What's up, guys? This is Stevan Micic, and today I'm here with my boys Ashton Matua and Nolan Tucker, and today we're talking about wrestling drip. We're going to get into some of the best wrestling styles, what makes things cool in wrestling, what makes you look like a turd. I don't know the right word. Basically, we're going to rank like clothing styles and like things that people wear during tournaments that you maybe are able to determine if you're good or bad like before you wrestle them. So before we get into it, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and turn the notification bells on. So let's get into it. All right, guys, I'm going to introduce my boys. Both of these two are my best friends from high school growing up. We went to the same high school in Cedar Lake, Indiana, Hanover Central High School. We got Ashton Matua here. He was a state qualifier in high school and then wrestled for Campbellsville NAIA program. He took third at nationals and then went and qualified for the Olympic Games for Nigeria this year in Paris 2024. So this guy got to represent with my boy, African silver medalist. And then here, I got Nolan Tucker, the high school dropout of wrestling. He wrestled up till sophomore year, but then decided to pursue his career in baseball, where he played D1 at Valpo, Southern Miss, and now he's playing his 6th year. He followed suit in me in college, and playing at Xavier and Cincy. So give you guys a little introduction to them. But these guys wrestled. We've been around the sport for forever, so we'll start it out. So how are we going to tier this, Ashton?
We're going to teach you how to drip or drown. So we're going to give you the best tips. We're going to tell you what mistakes that the new guys make, how they look terrible, and then how some of the veterans just look so good out there and they know what they're doing and they're intimidating too. So we're going to rank it.
Let's start with like the items that we're talking about. So we have obviously wrestling shoes.
Wrestling shoes. Socks. Can't forget socks. Sweats.
Knee pads or no knee pads.
Yes. Shorts. Fight shorts. All those types of shorts.
Tops.
And how you rock the singlet.
And singlets, and then even headgear involved.
Headgear.
Like before, how you wear it before. So let's start with that, all right? So how you knew somebody was not a good wrestler usually. Like if you knew this guy was a scrub or just started her first year wrestler, like what are some telltale signs at a tournament?
The most important. Turtle shell headgear. The turtle shell.
Oh
not tornado, not the Cliff Keen.
Like the soft, like it's soft everywhere?
Yeah, it's got the...
Dude.
Yeah. That's the first sign. I've never seen one good wrestler rock that.
Oh my gosh,
I would agree with that.
Okay, so that was a bad one. I think one sign that you know is, even before looking at their shoes, singlets pulled up. They're either warming up in a full singlet or they're wearing the singlet with the shorts.
Yeah.
That's how I knew that they were like not good. And if you like this is their first year wrestler. This is first year wrestler, right? You have to have like if you wear a t-shirt and then singlet underneath, that's like normally like how I'm taking it off. Or like if I'm taking this up before a match, I have like my pants and whatever. But if I'm like straight up warming up for a good 20 minutes with just my singlet on, or just like just my singlet like set up in shorts, not good.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
I agree.
What about you?
I'd say another telltale that someone is not a good wrestler is no socks or low socks.
In the U.S. specifically.
In the U.S. Yes, in the U.S. specifically. When you're not wearing socks, you see your opponent warming up, no socks on or low socks, probably a fish.
Probably a fish. Yeah, foreigners always have like a lot of them have no low socks, so that isn't common. We're talking about high school wrestling in America,
youth wrestling.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna throw something out there. This is has less to do with appearance, but I guess it's part of how you get ready. No deodorant. If they're stinky like Bo, you know they're not
you
good.
have to actually wrestle them.
You have to start wrestling them.
So this is like you haven't figured it out yet.
You've engaged in the collar tie. They smell like Bo. Usually trash.
That's so funny too, Ashton being a big dude too. So you probably felt it more often.
I've been there, done that.
Dude, what was the one you were saying that earlier about?
Double knee pads. Double knee pads.
Yes.
That was a mistake that I made early on in my career that I learned very quickly. Good wrestlers don't rock.
All right,
I had double knee pads one year.
I also had double knee pads a good portion of my career.
Dude, I was like lighting it up. That was like one of my best seasons. I had the double knee pads. But it was like I was fresh off of my MCL injury, so I had like 2 knee pads. Terrible look though, because they were bubble. I think it's like the double bubble knee pad is bad, but Jake Herbert used to rock them.
Well, when you wear double knee pads, and you lose every match, Stevan can't relate. It's a bad look. It is a bad look. Very beginner look.
You wrestled in them?
I wrestled in them. I had one bubble, one not bubble.
Okay,
I thought it was a decent look, even when I look back.
Sleeve, good. Yeah. Bubble, hit or miss.
One bubble's fine.
One bubble's fine. I think also Yazdani has 2 knee sleeves.
Yes, he does.
Satia sometimes had the double sleeves. Sleeves are always fine, I think. Right? No one cares about the knee sleeves.
Yeah, generally. Unless you
What about when a kid wore like tights under their singlet? Scrub or no?
You never knew.
You never knew. It was hit or miss.
Always going to be way stronger than they should be for no reason. Every single time I wrestle a guy with tights under, so strong.
The tights under the singlet, that is a crazy one. I never understood what like the style or like the point of that was, besides like maybe like they didn't want like
the single leg sleeve goes hard.
You've seen that? Is that a rare thing?
That's like a newer thing, I feel like.
I don't know. I saw it a couple times in college. Oh, Kyle Crutchmer, Oklahoma State, used to rock the single leg sleeve. Ooh. Goes hard, looks good.
I forgot about that.
If I see that, I would be intimidated, I would argue.
I think if you're wearing like the tracksuit all day, it's like, or like just the zip or whatever.
Yeah, I think the zip's fine. If you have just on top with the zip, nothing on the bottom when you're for your final warm up. I think that's. I don't know. Oh. I don't think that's bad.
I got one. A loose singlet. At the youth level, I'm saying, or high school level, not internationally, but loose singlet, kid was never good.
Yeah. They gave the singlets that fit the right people to the better wrestlers, and then they're like, oh, this person doesn't have a singlet. Okay, give them what's left. That's what that is.
Yeah. The kids now, like in freestyle, it's different. With like international, it's like it's kind of aura when you got like the baggy singlet, you're pulling it over your knees. But if you don't, and a lot of times I've seen them like literally swap their singlets and give it like the big dude wrestles, and then like the little guy wears it, and you can like see it like it hang down like over his leg. It doesn't even tight on their legs, but that's different. Okay, let's talk about shoes, wrestling shoes. Like, what are the biggest, like, scrub shoes? I know I just did a tier list video, but, like, about wrestling shoes, but, like, this is still different. It's more about, like, if you knew a kid was bad or not. Obviously, entry-level shoes probably is the first telltale sign, like a pair of Mac Flexes, maybe?
No, Mac Flexes don't give it away, especially in this day and age. I'm going to stay strong with this opinion. You never see a good wrestler in Adidas HVCs.
Oh, those are the ones with like the full brown bottom?
Full brown bottom, yes. Yeah, you'll never see a good wrestler in those. And then you'll never see a good wrestler in those Auto Mix. Every time they have like a boxing shoe or you're not really sure what it is, those are usually bad news.
Not good.
Auto Mix is what it's called. You know the camo shoes that you get?
Yeah. Oh, like they're not like for wrestling.
Yeah, like people boxing, but they just... People wear
what about you? What's a bad wrestling shoe?
See, this is like a little contrary to him, but at least growing up, if someone had Matt Flexes on, it was like 80% awful, 20% state champ. In my experience.
Dude, Marcus Blaze wears Matt Flexes all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're either unbelievable, you're a sweat, or like you are not good.
It's also changed recent as of I would agree.
Anyways, there's a couple shoes that come to mind, but I would say those are probably the bad shoes.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, even though good kids wear them, but like, because I love like the old OG Combat Speeds, but like now like Combat Speeds are like entry level shoes kind of.
Well, kind of. They're accessible. They're affordable.
Right.
But they're still, they don't say... I wouldn't say that they say too much about a wrestler.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's go into, like, this dude's a dog. Like, this dude's a straight menace to society.
All right.
You know this kid's walking through the bracket.
A well-done tattoo.
A well-done tattoo.
A well-done tattoo.
Yeah.
If it's a crappy tattoo...
If he's yadded up.
No, it doesn't have to be a ton of tattoos, but just like a well-done tattoo, you're like, I'm a little bit more intimidated than I was.
Especially at a young... You're like 13, 14,
we're talking,
15 years old. Oh my god, a kid's tatted up, you're freaking out.
Yeah.
You're freaking out. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
You're like, alright, what has this kid seen? What has this kid done?
Yeah.
He's tatted.
Always strong, too.
Yeah, that's true. They're always, I have to admit, even if like I was wrestling somebody and maybe I did like whoop their ass, they still were like strong.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can't just have a tat and not be kind of nice with it.
I would agree.
I think when in youth, it was really cool. Like when a kid would wear like their singlet down and like strap their headgear. Like that was one like for youth.
Yeah.
You'd wear your singlet like down so that the tops would come over and you'd like hook your headgear and clip it on and hang it. Like it was like you had to be good to like know that.
Yeah,
definitely.
You can't just be a scrub doing that.
You don't catch on to that your first.
No, especially we're talking about youth because high school kids they see a kid do it they'll try it.
Yeah.
But a youth it's like all right that kid knows. Like this isn't his first rodeo at a tournament.
Yeah.
So that was one. Warm up wise, I think, like I said, we said if you're like in high school and you aren't wearing your team issued gear because you have like cooler stuff to wear.
If you're rocking some like RWA.
Oh, our Region Wrestling Academy shout out.
Wrestling Academy, and you got the black and yellow headgear. just give it up.
Yeah, give it up. Yeah, your club, like the best
the dominant club in the area.
Yeah, that's like how you knew.
They're repping that merch.
Yeah, the merch. I also think like if a kid had a college tee on.
Oh, you did? I was.
You never thought like if they had like an Okie State wrestling shirt, like they got that on their visit.
Definitely.
Like I was repping like my Okie State like wrestling shirt when I went on my visit. Like I had my gear on, dude. Like I'd show up to tournaments with that.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
You know what I mean?
I do. In my experience, youth level, you're in a big bracket, you're warming up mat side before your match. Kid you're wrestling's in PJs, pajama pants tucked into his socks. He was nasty. Every single time, always good.
I think it was a hit or miss. Like, I really do.
No, they were pajama pants tucked in the socks.
What if they were like...
was losing every time.
All right, what if they were like, okay, so you got like the checkered, but like what if they were just like Grinch, like what if like the worst, like the crazier it was,
Does it
like
not matter?
Grinch PJs.
Almost
like what if they were like crazy?
The crazier
like,
it was, the better they
like,
was. Because it was like they were more confident.
Mario
yes,
pajamas,
like,
you were done.
The more outlandish the pajamas were, the better the wrestler was.
All right.
Crew neck, shorts. Fight shorts is overdone. You can be good or bad with fight shorts, especially in kids.
Yeah.
But I think like a crew neck and good shorts
for sure
is fire. Or a windbreaker.
Oh, yeah, that's
the windbreaker, dude, because I love wearing the windbreaker myself now because it's like such a good thing that just gets you hot quick and you can just take it right off before your match. That's you're tough if you got a windbreaker.
I would agree.
Like the zip up hoodie.
I would agree.
You're tough. Bleach hair.
Bleached hair at the youth level. Another one. Gonna lose every time. He wouldn't. He wouldn't lose every time. I would lose every time. Someone's got bleached hair.
What about mohawk as a kid?
Oh.
Yeah.
The mohawk as a kid. The kid with the mohawk.
Yes.
If he came and shaved like fresh shaved for the tournament.
Yeah.
Done at home usually.
Mom did it.
Yeah.
Mom's wrestling mom shaved the head, the kid. Like this kid is hitting the big moves too. He's hitting like crusher, bulldog pancake, like he's going for headlocks. Like this kid is just like out for blood.
Yeah,
there was that little kid that went viral a few years ago. Who
Steve-O.
Yeah.
Steve-O pulling wrestles in college now. He's D1.
All right, well,
he made a kid.
There we go.
Yeah, I forget where he went to school, but he's wrestling still.
Nasty.
Yeah, he had like the viral like video when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I said this earlier, Pro Power shirts. When we were in high school, like you couldn't just like have Pro Power. Like you had to get Pro Power somehow. So if you had a Pro Power tee warming up, and it wasn't just Team Indiana, even though it's from Indiana, that was like crazy. Pro Power ran it.
Yeah.
Shoes. You're a good wrestler with shoes.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Anytime.
Ashton, let's hear it. This is the shoe. This is shout out Nigel Souls right here.
Yeah.
Let's hear the shoes.
If they're rocking anything like retro, like not anybody, you can't just buy it on the market now. Like you had to go into eBay. You were buying these on an Instagram page. You were buying these
Flickr.
Back in our day in the Flickr. If you have something like those. And especially if they're in good condition, you know this kid's invested in wrestling. He's not just starting out. Like he knows what he's doing. So
like OG, like retail or resale shoes only. Like
if they're rocking OG Inflicts,
done.
OG Inflicts were tough.
Yeah, they have some Rulons on.
Yeah, Rulons. I would say now EXEOs too.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take the time to go on eBay and order a pair of shoes from Japan for $250 plus, you're gonna be good.
So you're talking about the new gen EXEOs.
New gen EXEOs.
Okay.
I'd also say the new ONEF shoes.
Yeah. Oh,
easily.
Of course.
I would agree with that.
Like you're done in the ONEF shoes. They're finished.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other than that, I would probably say. I mean, I was like I said, Combat Speed kid. So like I felt like I could wear a pair of like the Combat Speeds that were newer and still be tough. Like because they were like good. I mean. What about Freaks and stuff? Were they good to wear? Would you say? It's like
when we were in high school, Freaks were huge because they hadn't been re-released yet. Yeah. So you had to go in the market, and then they got re-released, and even then they still because
those are like the college kid classics. So like
Aggressor ones usually were a pretty good one.
Yeah,
those were also some of the more expensive shoes. So it was like when somebody invests this much, it's usually not just a beginner.
Yeah.
Here's a question. I'm not saying I lean either way, but what about when someone's wearing sissy shoes, the Asics?
Oh, that's what I rocked.
What would you think about that?
I didn't really think many people bad.
Drip, drown.
The Asics Sissy Aggressors, like the teal, pink, and yellow colors.
Yeah.
You wore them.
I wore them. I was solid.
I didn't notice too much on the shoe stuff. That's me, but
you were in college when those came out. And
yeah,
I feel like a lot of people were rocking them in college when they re-released them.
You can also tell though, even if a kid is dressed, like how they're warming up and stuff. Oh, headphones.
Okay, yeah. How the headphones can make or break.
Beats back in the day. Beats, like if someone had a pair of Beats, like what do they got now? AirPods or like just like what do they call AirPod Pros or whatever the Maxes.
Yeah,
just the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have to be pretty good to have those. And
Okay, let's talk about something that we missed. Cauliflower ear at the youth level.
Absolutely.
Done. I didn't get these till I was in high school. Do you even have them?
No, I don't even have cauliflower ear.
Man, he made it to the Olympics without cauliflower. That is
I'm
nuts.
probably the only.
That's an accomplishment.
Yeah, dude, take a bow. No, cauliflower ear, definitely. Like, you have to put your minutes in for it, and maybe some kids in high school get it, and there's a very rare percentage of kids that probably get it like in high school that weren't that good just because they like decided not to wear headgear and stuff. But yeah, I would say like 8th grade, 9th grade, that's how you know. There's always kids that wore it. I think like also headgear wise, we know the classic Cliff Keens, the collegiate headgear, chin cup especially. Night. This kid's tough. I think though, what about Tornado though? Because I like Tornado growing up.
Tornadoes. I like tornadoes. You know the kid's got a little grit to him.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's a good
and you
point.
know you're probably going to get hurt at some point in the match that plastics and scrape your face.
Yes, I used to be a Tornado repper all the way till high school.
Yeah.
I was a Tornado kid in middle school, elementary school. That was my
I
headgear.
rocked them my junior year of high school. I went from the classic collegiate headgear to the Tornadoes. I was making a bold choice.
You made the
Bold
flip.
choice.
I made the flip and loved it. Actually went back to the collegiates once I was.
Vito is a Tornado guy.
Vito is. Yeah.
Gritty. Like you
It's
said,
fire.
gritty.
I gotta admit, they do look pretty clean too.
They look clean. They're more functional. You can actually hear your coaches when you wear them. Yeah, they're more comfortable. They're great headgear. Unfortunately, if you're wrestling someone with Tornadoes, it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It's like literally a ball, or
a ball of plastic, like hard plastic,
hitting you in the face.
and it's like grated, so you're like getting
shredded.
shredded up.
Yep.
Just don't wear the headgear, guys, with the thing on the front. I know Meyer Shapiro's doing it, and
Unless you
maybe
have
he had
some-
concussions, but you had concussions.
Yeah, he had that.
You had that headgear?
I
no wonder, bro. No wonder.
I never wore it in a match. To be fair,
I graduated.
I never wore it in a match.
I graduated when he got in high school, so no wonder. Because if he had that, I would have been on his ass.
Yeah.
Like no way. You wore the one with the thing where you could connect a spike to it if you wanted. It has like a little hole on the front.
A hole.
Yeah, it goes like this, and it has a circle that.
Oh no, there was a thing. No horn.
You can connect the horn. You can pop it in.
I have no idea.
All right, guys. Anything else we got on this one?
3/4.
Oh, 3/4 sweats. If your kids have a 3/4 cut sweats, man, you know it. And Onev's got the first drop ever for first brand to ever do a 3/4 sweat.
I like it when they cut the sleeves on the hoodies, cut the bottom out, cut the neck. Like sometimes it depends on how you do it.
I like it too. Yeah.
But I would say that this is important context for all of this. You can do everything right and still look terrible, and you can do everything wrong and still look good.
That's true.
Genetics play a role.
It plays a role.
Sometimes just natural aura that you just emit. If you just have it, you have it. Sometimes you just don't.
Yeah.
And so wrestling, that's a big one, especially just like on the mat. Like some guys just can look terrible, but you never know. You can never judge a book by its cover at the end of the day.
Very important.
That's the truth here. I mean, I know we're talking about it, but our guess is only 70% of the time. We're 100% right. So, all right, guys. Let's say, go ahead.
I was going to say one last thing. The casual warm-up in high school. College is not so much. The casual warm-up in high school, I would watch Stevan do this. Not even warming up, really. Everyone else is doing their thing, blowing out their lungs, doing all the stretches. Stevan didn't do anything. And whenever you see a kid like that, you're just like, man, I'm done for. He's not even trying.
That's true, the warm-up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
The warm-up is crazy. You're right. I mean, you get your warm-up before you stretch, you do the right things, but then when it's about time to get on the mat, you just get up off the mat, you shake it out, you get ready, you just jump around a little bit barely, and you just get on the mat. And done. I think that's a great one. I think when people over warm up and look too tough, it's like all right, man, simmer down.
Yeah. Well, one thing that is tough when you're between 10, 15 years old, kid's warming up right before the match, he's smacking himself in the head, his coach is smacking him in the head. Action. You're like, oh no.
Nolan definitely got intimidated by the really kids where the dad's like, get him. Nolan was scared. Nah, dude, I think that's true. I love 3/4 sweats though. It was good. I think polo too.
Oh, polos.
Polo. Jersey, like a collared polo, dude.
Yeah.
I'll say I haven't seen this at a wrestling tournament personally. I've seen it in practices, and in practice I think it looks super tough. But I haven't seen someone warming up in competition with like a polo on.
Oh,
I don't know.
I see it in Europe all the time. It's a
Okay,
little more
yeah,
stylistic, but I mean, no, it's a thing. I think it's like kind of trending over right now. So, but yeah, I think it's a good one. I think another crazy one that I see in Europe, and I know this one is like when you see a guy in a soccer jersey. Like, he's got his Barcelona, like, jersey on, wearing that, like, going to wrestle. It's like, bro, you're not in a soccer, you're wrestling, and you're just training in the Barcelona jersey. Like, bro, you know it's like, this guy's from Dagestan, he's good. Yeah. So there's, like, little things like that sometimes you just know. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for today. Let me know what you guys think, what styles you guys like to see. When you're wrestling, like what you like to wear and how you can kind of tell if someone's good or bad and if we missed anything. So that's it for today, baby. World champs and everything we do. Let's go.